Good evening, groovy citizens, and happy, fantastic Friday to each and every one of you. Y'all, it's Friday. The weekend is here. I don't know about you all, but I am super excited because tomorrow is the women's ministry of my church, Metropolitan Baptist Church. We're located over in Largo, Mercantile Lane. Make sure you come on by and visit on this coming Sunday, which is College and Greek Sunday, meaning that you wear whatever college you went to, you rep your shirt, your jacket, your pants, whatever it is you have, or if you're part of a Greek sorority fraternity, you wear that, but we're going to worship and have a good time in the Lord. Now, getting back to what I'm supposed to be doing, and that is telling you all that I will be attending our annual women's ministry royalty. So I'm going to make sure, I wasn't going to do it, but I think I'm going to make sure tomorrow I record a little bit of it so that I can share it with you guys, okay? So, having said that, today's topic, and before I get into it, I'm going to say it again at the end in case you don't stay to the end. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, and give this video a thumbs up because it helps with the algorithm to make sure my videos are seen by more people. I even get my videos recommended to me, so I'm excited about that. If this is not your first rodeo, welcome back. Now let's get into today's topic. Today I'm going to be sharing 6 things that successful people never do. And this is all Stoic wisdom that I'm going to be sharing with you. Number 1, successful people don't complain. Complaining doesn't fix anything. Instead, focus on finding solutions to your problems and making things better. Do you know the majority of the time people will sit and complain about things? But if you dig a little deeper, you find that all they're doing is complaining. They never do anything about whatever that issue is that they're having. So if you want to be successful or just going through life, period, stop complaining and find solutions. And here's the thing, if you cannot find a solution, because sometimes you won't be able to find a solution, then you learn how to deal with it as best as you can, okay? But we're not complaining. Number 2, blame other people. Take responsibility for everything in your life. This is how you learn and grow even when things get tough. You know, too often we are so quick to point the finger at what somebody else did or what somebody else didn't do, forgetting that when you're pointing that finger, these 3 fingers right here, they're pointing back at you. So I need you to start taking responsibility for your part. And here's the thing, you might be saying, well, Michelle, you know, I was in a relationship and this guy cheated on me and that broke up the relationship. Well, again, if you are my client and I'm your coach, we're going to dig a little deeper because I'm asking questions. Well, was that the first time that they cheated? Chances are it probably wasn't. Take responsibility. If they cheated before, it might have been one time, could have been several times, and you forgave them, then you are just as at fault because you keep forgiving them every time they've cheated, right? So you played a part in that too. So you've got to make sure you're taking responsibility for your part. And if you mess up, guess what? We're grown. Admit it. Look, I messed up. I should have done ABC. Instead, I did XYZ, or I didn't do anything at all. Take responsibility. Number 3, argue. Arguments rarely bring about results. So it's best that you stay calm, talk things out, and find common ground. The older I get, the less I want to argue about anything. Number 1, it's stressful, it's time consuming, and as I've stated, it gets you nowhere. So instead of arguing about things, regardless of what it is, sit down and have an adult conversation. Allow that person to give their side of whatever that issue may be. Listen to hear, not just to respond. And then you have your turn to express how you feel about things and try to find common ground. And if you can't find common ground, then agree to disagree. You go your way and let them go theirs. It's as simple as that. I'm just not going to argue with you because life is too short for all of that. Number 4, bragging. You don't need to show off. Your actions will always speak louder than your words. Make sure you hear me on that. You don't have to tell people what you have or what you're doing because they're going to see it. So you don't need to brag. One thing I cannot stand is when people feel the need to brag. I told you all about somebody I know that every time somebody would say, hey, I like whatever that was that he had to say, oh, this is whatever the whatever name brand it was, and then proceed to tell them how much it cost. They didn't ask you that. They didn't ask you any of that. They just said, I liked it. All you have to do is say thanks and keep it moving. So stop bragging and let people see, because again, your actions will speak louder than your words. Some people get on social media and they brag about having all this money and they have all these fancy cars and this, that, and the third. But then when you see them and you see how they're living, you're like, how you bragging about you have all this stuff, but you living like you're living? I'm gonna leave that alone. Getting back to my notes. Number 5, talk too much. Successful people listen more than they talk. You have to understand the other side before you share your thoughts. Did I not just say that? When people are talking, always listen to hear. Always listen to understand. And not be so quick to share whatever it is that you want to share. I'm not saying don't share, but always be ready to listen. Me personally, I love to just listen to people. You learn so much from people. You learn from what they say, but you also learn from what they don't say. So you got to really, really, really be listening and tuned into that individual. But learn to listen more than you talk. You have some people that they think they know everything, and you can't teach them anything. So you're trying to tell them, but they want to tell you. And they have no clue as to what they're even talking about. I'll get back to my notes. Number 6, judging. Instead of judging others, put yourself in their shoes. It's easy to judge others when you don't know the whole story. Come on, somebody. Now, excuse me because my sinuses are draining. How many times have we ourselves, and let's just keep it real, judged other people, either by what we saw or the illusion that they gave us? Let me say that. Or because of what somebody told you and you didn't have the full story. So we have to be careful. First of all, the Bible says that we aren't to be judging anybody. Judge not, lest ye be judged. You don't have a heaven or hell to put anybody in, and neither do I. So we shouldn't be judging anybody. Okay, that's number 1. But and if you don't know the whole story, don't judge anybody. First of all, don't judge, period. Especially when you don't know the whole story. There are times when things happen between people and there's a fallout, either in a relationship or a friendship. Maybe it's a business ship, if there's such a word. And you only get the side of the story from person A, but you haven't heard person B's side of the story. So you jump on the bandwagon with person A, and you're condemning person B, but you haven't heard their story. There's 3 sides to every story. There's your side, their side, and then there's the truth. So don't be so quick to judge people based off what you heard. Because somebody somewhere is talking about you based off what they heard. Keep that in mind. Y'all, that's it. That's all I have for you today. 6 things that successful people never do. And I want you to really think about what I shared with you. Hopefully it causes you to think about things. Think about how you move. You understand what I'm saying? Because I want you to become the successful person that I know that you can be. Having said all of that, again, thank you for joining me. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, tap the bell so you don't miss any videos. If this is not your first rodeo, welcome back. You know I miss you all when I don't get a chance to see you. Go out there, not go back. Go out there, enjoy the rest of this beautiful Friday evening. The sun is out. It's a little breezy. The sun is out. It's 47 degrees. So go out there, enjoy the rest of the evening. Wherever you go, whatever you do, have fun, but be safe, okay? Love you all so much. You know the drill. You definitely know the spiel. There's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because I love you. I want nothing but the best for you. And always remember, the best is yet to come. Love you much. We'll talk again tomorrow.